This is the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. It says, "Beat your plowshares and swords and plenty hooks and spears, like the weak sound strong." Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Karkadash, Barakatham, to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit down lesson, the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. That's going to be the title of the sit down lesson. And this is the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. It reads, it says, "Beat your plowshares and the swords and plenty hooks into spears, and let the weak sound strong." Right, and that's what we're seeing. That's what the prophet Joel was speaking about. Let the weak sound strong of these arms of nations. That's what we see in the building up of modern day wars and moments of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. As we see in the increasing of these arms of nations building up their nuclear capability, and let the weak sound strong. So they're building up their nuclear capability. Now we're starting to see show forth that's being increased, by the day. So let the weak sound strong. That's what we're seeing. And just like for an example, we seen Iran recently did a military exercise drills. I believe it's like the largest military exercise drills in the waterway area in that region where they're at. So we seeing, Iran building up their nuclear capability, and this is their second largest military exercise drill so far this year in 2025. As we've been seeing, the tensions have been heating up between the Israeli Defense Force versus Iran, because it been like two wars, wars been taking place between Iran and Israel twice, in the previous years, and recently once again, especially the tensions that happened like in the month of June, despite the fact they had a ceasefire agreement between Iran and Israelis. But ever since then, tensions been really heating up between Iran and the Israel Defense Force. So we definitely starting to see Iran building up their nuclear capability. Now we're starting to see let the weak sound strong. And we're going to be seeing more other nations that got that nuclear capability as well too, which is the pro-Iranian groups going against the Israel Defense Force, building up their nuclear capability. You got the Houthi rebels, you got the proxy groups, the pro-Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps building up their nuclear capability. So we're going to continue to see more increasing signs of it. So expect to see more military spending, military training, nuclear exercise drills, military drills, nuclear tensions, nuclear arms tensions heating up between the nations. And these nations that got nuclear capability, because at first you wouldn't expect them to have nuclear capability, so they're definitely increasingly in building up their nuclear capability. Now we're starting to see that the weak sound strong as these armies of nations are rising against the adversaries. So we're going to continue to see that increasing. This is the prophet Joel 3 verse 10. "Beat your plowshares and swords and plunge into spears, like the weak sound strong." Because we are seeing the Heavenly Father's putting that warlike mindset of these arms of nations. That's why Scripture says, "Prepare for war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, and let the weak sound strong as well too." So expect to see these armies of nations building up their nuclear capability and rising up against their adversaries, despite the fact that adversaries got more better nuclear capability than them. What we're starting to see, the nations is not going to let up and let the weak sound strong. And that's what we've seen with the Houthi rebels, the pro-Iranian groups, the proxy groups. They all teaming up together, finding they settle their differences, how they rise up against the adversaries, and let the weak sound strong. So with that, hopefully this sit down lesson was edifying. The prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. And that was the title of the sit down lesson. And hopefully this was edifying. And with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Karkadash, Barakatham, to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim Wa'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Ba'ashem, in the name of Hamashiach. Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. Allah Shwakarash. The last word, that's a little tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders and apostles. Wa Akim, Wa Akwaf. Until next time, I would say Shalom.